If you've ever tried setting up Claude MCP with Notion, but left confused by the technical hurdles and broken connections, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know, the differences between Notion's standard AI and the advanced reasoning of Claude, how to connect these two systems from scratch without being a developer, and the critical hosting limitations that cause most business workflows to fail. By the end, you will know how to run live queries against your own databases and keep the connection running 24/7 so your workspace actually works for you. Let's dive right in. Chapter 1. What is MCP? Let's start by answering one question. What is Claude MCP? MCP, or Modal Context Protocol, is an open standard developed by Anthropic that enables its AI, Claude, to easily and securely connect to external tools. That's not making things clear, is it? Well, think of MCP as a bridge that connects software, like Notion, directly to an AI model, allowing it to read, write, and reason with your data in real time. This means no more copying and pasting between tabs or manually inputting new data all the time. This happens automatically in the background. So now that you know what an MCP is, let's see how it differs from Notion's built-in AI and why it's superior in every way. Chapter 2. Notion AI versus Claude. So, Notion's AI ecosystem consists of three tools that, while independent, interact with one another. Notion AI, also called the personal agents, custom agents, and AI skills. I'll keep my explanation as short as possible. Notion AI is the personal assistant available to every Notion user. They can handle relatively simple tasks such as generating summaries, editing databases, and drafting content. Notion AI is reactive, meaning it only gets involved when you explicitly command it to do something, though this is starting to change with AI skills, which are reusable prompts designed to automate repetitive tasks. These can range from writing database formulas to summarizing a page to compiling a weekly sales report. The goal with AI skills is to make Notion's AI output more consistent. Custom agents, meanwhile, live inside your workspace, running 24/7, waiting to be triggered by specific conditions. Custom agents are also highly specialized and designed with a certain goal in mind, rather than being a jack of all trades like Notion AI. For what it's worth, AI skills can also improve the reliability and consistency of custom agents. Okay, so what makes Claude MCP a better option than either Notion AI or custom agents? Well, put simply, all of Notion's AI tools, even though they leverage the latest models of ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini, are built to operate inside of Notion. This means Notion's AI suite is optimized for workspace queries and database entries. As a result, it prioritizes speed and workspace efficiency over complex reasoning and creative execution. And even though Notion has tried to close the gap with AI skills and let Notion AI access the internet with user permission, these changes do not and cannot address the underlying architectural constraints of, well, shoving the models inside Notion. By syncing the unconstrained Claude model with your actual workspace data, you can get the best of both worlds. The complex reasoning and creativity of Claude combined with the workspace knowledge of Notion AI. Alright, so now that you know the different components of Notion's AI ecosystem, how they fundamentally differ from open-ended LLMs like Claude or ChatGPT, and how MCP lets you combine the best of both worlds, let's talk about the setup, what you will need, and how much it will cost. Chapter 3. Prerequisites and Pricing. I won't lie. Setting up MCP is beyond most users' technical comfort zone. That's why, rather than jumping right in, I'll walk you through the 5 things you will need first. The Claude desktop app. MCPs do not work reliably in the web-based version of Claude. While they can work from time to time, it's not worth the risk. Claude Pro. We'll need to use Claude's built-in analysis tool to set up MCP properly. The Pro plan includes this tool and offers the best value. Notion Internal Integration Token. You'll need to access your Notion developer settings to get what's essentially an API key. All you'll need for this is a Notion account. A Hostinger VPS subscription. A VPS, or a virtual private server, is a server hosted by a third-party provider. While many content creators will tell you to run Claude MCP on your local computer, that's not really ideal. for several reasons. A VPS with dedicated CPU and RAM will run faster and smoother. You'll also enjoy redundancy. If you're hosting your MCP locally and your internet connection is unstable, or if you shut your PC off. If that sounds a lot, don't worry, we will download the apps, sign up for subscriptions, and configure everything step by step in the next 2 chapters. Chapter 4. Setting up Hostinger and Notion. We're going to first set up our server. Clicking the link in the description will take you directly to this page, where I recommend signing up for the KVM2 VPS plan. While it is a slight overkill for one MCP server, it gives you the room to add additional servers in the future and will ensure you will never run into any issues. Before you check out, make sure to adjust the billing period if you want to. I'll set mine for 1 month for this video. One last thing, make sure to add the daily auto backup to your plan. Paying $6 every month to have your MCP server's data backed up every day is absolutely worth it. Once you're ready, hit continue. Enter your payment information, and once your payment's been processed, click Get Started to get redirected to the Hostinger dashboard. In the left sidebar, head over to VPS. On the far right, click Setup. Note, on my screen, this will appear as Get VPS since I completed this step before recording my screen. The rest of the steps, however, will be the same. Select your geographic location. I'll stick with the United States and click Next. Now, we have to select an operating system for the VPS server. You'll want to go with Ubuntu. Click on it, leave the version settings as is, and hit Select. Create a password to access your VPS and click Next. We're dealing with another minor inconsistency here. On my screen, I have the option to add the malware scanner, daily auto backups, and the Docker manager. On your end, you'll only have to choose between the malware scanner and the Docker manager, since you've already purchased daily auto backups for your VPS server. These additional features are up to you. Personally, you shouldn't need them. Click Next. Follow the last on-screen instructions, and you'll be good to go. While the server boots, let's get your Notion integration token. Open Notion in a new tab and click on Settings in the left sidebar. Open Connections, then click Develop or Manage Integrations. That will open this page. Click Create a new integration. Give it the name Claude VPS Bridge. Now, from the drop-down menu under Associated Workspace, select the workspace you want this integration to be added to. After that, click Create. Then, configure integration settings. On this page, you'll see something called Installation Access Token. This is the token we need. Click Show, then Copy. Paste it either in a Google Doc or a Notepad, anywhere. Just don't lose it. We'll need it soon. While you're here, you'll see a pop-up that says the integration doesn't have access to any pages. Let's fix that. Switch to Content Access. Here, you'll see 2 options, Team Spaces or Private. Select Team Spaces, and check the box next to all your top-level pages. This will give Claude access to your workspace information. When you're done, click Save. There we go. We'll do the easy part first, linking Notion to Claude. Head on over to Claude and make sure you're using the desktop app. Click your account in the bottom left corner, then go to Settings and select Developer. Click Edit Config. Here, you'll see a file called Claude_desktop_config.json. Go ahead and right-click on it. You can open it in any text editor, but I'll go with Notepad. With this open, look down in the video description. There will be a large blob of text in the pinned comments. Go ahead and enter that text directly as it appears, with one exception. See where it says bearer ntn _****. After the underscore, enter your Notion installation access token. Then, save and close the JSON file. Now comes the trickiest part, configuring your VPS to act as a bridge. Don't worry, you only need to do this once. Unfortunately, there are multiple ways to do this, and depending on your operating system, your steps may vary significantly. I will show you how to do this for a Windows 11 x64 PC. Head back over to Hostinger and make sure you're on your VPS overview page. You'll need to copy down 4 pieces of information: your root access code, your root password, your SSH username, and your IPv4 address. To create your root password, click Change, enter your new password, then click Confirm. Okay, now the steps I'm going to show you will only require 2 of the 4, but you may need all 4. That's what I wanted you to see where they're at. Now, you need to enter your command terminal by pressing Win+R, then type CMD and hit Enter. On the screen, enter your root access code. Do not include a space between your username and the beginning of your code. The result should look like this. Type yes, all lowercase, and press enter. Now, it's time to enter your root password. You should be prompted to enter the password automatically. If you're not, and the connection is automatically closed, you'll need to reset your firewall and try again. For security reasons, the password will not be visible, even as stars. Hit enter when your password is in. If you've connected properly to the server, you'll see this: a display of server metrics, information, and additional resources. Now, let's head back over to Notion. There's one last thing we need to do before seeing if this setup works. I'll open the page, Improve Storytelling Flow. Open whatever page you want to test with. Click the 3 horizontal dots in the upper right corner. Open Connections at the bottom, then select Claude VPS Bridge. You'll see that the VPS Bridge can read, insert, or update content, since those are the settings we configured earlier. Click Add to Page. For now, manually grant the connector access to each page you want it to see. You can edit page access more broadly by going to Settings, Connections, Manage Page Access next to the VPS Bridge. For now, however, let's see if this trouble was worth it. I'll open Claude and ask, summarize the Improved Storytelling Flow page from my Notion workspace. It'll take a few, but in no time at all, I'll have my answer. Look at that. Chapter 6. Pros, Cons, and Verdicts. We'll start with the pros, and the major one is Claude's ability to apply complex reasoning and creative brainstorming to the information in your Notion workspace. If you play around with Claude for a while, you'll quickly see how superior it is to the built-in personal and custom agents Notion offers. The other major draw is Claude's speed. Notion's built-in AI is actually rather slow, especially when you ask it to do anything beyond the most basic task. With MCP, you get an LLM that handles more complex requests in a fraction of the time. Now, the drawbacks are pretty limited. I'd say the main one is that you're forced to use the Claude desktop app. After all, one of the main selling points of setting up the MCP in the first place is to streamline your processes and eliminate the back and forth between an external LLM and your Notion workspace. And while Claude's MCP undoubtedly cuts down on the back and forth, it doesn't eliminate it. At least not until the web-based version of Claude is compatible with MCP servers. And for what it's worth, that likely won't be for several years yet. But who knows, I'm probably wrong. Put simply, it's a technically complex issue that's pretty low on Anthropic's to-do lists. The other issue is the technical difficulty of setting up, and especially for you, troubleshooting any issues that arise. Editing JSON files and working with terminal commands is a bridge too far for most people. And while I'd like to say that you will never run into any serious issues, that's just not how software works. At some point, there will be a problem, and it will be on you to fix it. So, with all this in mind, is Claude MCP actually worth it? I'd say yes, especially if you spend several hours a day in Notion. You manage complex data that requires reasoning, not just searching, and you're comfortable with a bit of technical tinkering to get a massive competitive advantage. Still, I recommend waiting if you only use Notion for simple checklists or the idea of opening a JSON file gives you anxiety. So if you are ready to do more with your data and cut down the time switching between half a dozen different apps, then give it a try. The link to hosting your VPS is down in the description, and if you sign up for a plan using the link below, you'll also get an exclusive discount. Now, quick question. How much time do you think integrating Claude directly with your Notion workspace is going to save you and your team each week? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.